morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Blackie, and today in the Ground Pounder series we're going to look at another piece of gear. Now, recently in my I talked about rucksacks, and I brought out the Molly 2 bag and I talked about it, showed you some of the features, gave you a little review of it. Well, I had a lot of you ask me about this pack. I did not have this pack, and this is the Assault Pack. And so I went down to my friends down there at Kaufman's, and they were gracious enough and generous enough to loan me this to talk about it for a minute to you. So I want to say thank you to the ladies down there for trusting me and giving me this opportunity. Now, I've never had one of these packs. I'll tell you that straight up front. And what this is actually the flap that goes onto a much bigger pack. And this was your assault bag. So this would hook with the snaps, with the buckles up here, to the top of the bigger bag and become like a top flap of it. And then you had a cinch cord you could pull right here to cause it to kind of bow and cup around and help seal up around the actual, you got a pull cord shot so it would cup and seal over the top of the pack. The idea being was our troopers would be carrying the big, the big bag up here going A to B, but if combat ensued or whatever, they could drop it, or they're going to be going into combat, drop it, unlock, boom, boom, and pull this off. And then this assault bag would be their necessary assault gear, their extra ammo, their weapons, their things like that could go in here, and they'd have this on them to go into combat. So let's look at it for just a second. One, the back of it is plain, okay? This is just Cordura material. There is no frame in it or anything like that. It has a very handy grab handle, which I really like on packs. The pads are amazingly good. They're thick, they fit, and they cup around real well. And we've got a pretty good bit of adjustment, plus a quick disconnect where you can hit the buckles, drop it off of you. Very useful whenever you're laying in the dirt and bullets are clipping the grass around you. You do not have to struggle. You can just go clip, clip, and pull it off in front of you, be able to get access to your stuff. On the front of the bag, and this particular pack was $25 down there. They don't have many of them. On the front of the bag, you have a pouch right here with 2 quick buckles, just like that. Then you have a cinch cord right here that pulls up, and you've got a large, roomy pocket right here in the front for quick grabs. Also, you have a pass-through right there and a pass-through right there, so you could run or strap around and cinch it up tighter. On the side, you have the Alice connector loop, so you could put smaller pouches on here. Ammo pouch for magazines, or compass pouch, first aid pouch, etc. could go on the right there. And then up here in the top, we have this weather flap that folds over, and you've got a large duffel bag like zipper right there to open up. And the inside, you got a couple of snaps that go to an internal pocket right there in the back of it. Now there you could, and I believe what guys would have done back in the day was like take a piece of the U.S. Army green sleeping mat and put it in there, just cut it and fit it to act like a soft frame in it. It may have even been an issue soft frame for it at one time, but I know a lot of guys that would have just taken it and put it in there. That's about it. It's just one big pocket besides that in the middle of it. Now, how will this apply to our needs? Well, as an overnight or a 3-day rucksack, this would be adequate. It's got decent shoulder straps, easily adjusted, and it's got a pretty good size capacity to it. Now, it's narrow and not too thick forward to back, which I really like, because the problem with the Alice that I always had was the further back you could load it, the further it wanted to pull you backwards. And it's not hard to find pictures of troops on ruck marches and stuff that are walking boat over like Quasimodo with that thing on their back, because if you stand up straight, it's pulling you backwards. As you filled up the bag, it expanded too far past your center of balance. This pack will not. It's only about that big front to back full, so it's not such far behind you. You can carry it a little easier. So as a rucksack for a 2-3 day overnighter, I can easily get all the gear I need into here, plus food, etc. And then across a web belt, carrying belt, that would be my canteen and etc. Yes, you could put a bladder into that backpack part of that back pocket back there and bring the tube out here and rig it up somehow onto this. You could do that if you wanted to. So this, if you can find one of these bags, it would not be a bad choice, you know, for a, like I said, 2-3 day rucksack. Summer definitely, but for winter it hasn't got the cargo capacity. It's just a little bit too small. If I were to guess, and I'm not sure guys, but if I was to guess, I'd say it's probably in the 20 to 25 liter. It'd be the size of this, which is perfect for just an overnight bag, 2-3 day bag, where it's going to be small, compact camping gear, plus a little bit of food and a little bit of comfort. Yeah, this would handle it just fine. For a vehicle bug out bag, yeah, so you could put 2 to 3 days worth of gear in it, then put it into some other bag so it didn't attract attention in the back of your vehicle. Laundry bags are great things for camouflaging to put into your vehicle, because you don't want somebody to look in a window and see a real nice pack like this or something, because that's going to be an indication for somebody to bust the glass and get it. So I don't want it visible. And people that have pickup trucks or some SUVs and stuff, there just isn't a storage place you can hide it. You need to be able to cover it up somehow so it doesn't attract attention. You know, if you can't hide it, camouflage it somehow. But these packs, especially for $25, the going rate for this one, I think she said she had like 2 or 3 down there, and that was it. But you can find them on eBay, you can find them on yard sales, things like that. Again, for a summer type or a vehicle 3-day bug out to get me out of the situation, yeah, I think I could work with this really well. It's not too big, it's not too small. For winter camping, it's too small because I ain't got enough room for the big bulky sleeping bags, big bulky clothing. But that's my 2 cents on the assault pack. If you handed me this and said, okay, we're going to be going for 10 days, it would be a little bit of a stretch because I ain't got the capacity for the food so much. But for a 3-day weekend camp out, canoeing, camping, hiking, this will be alright, no problem. It'll run. Hope you've enjoyed this content, guys. If you have, hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And there'll be a lot more coming in the Ground Pounder series real soon. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.